Project 2025 is the MAGA Republican playbook to go around the Constitution, the Congress, and the courts to take total control of our government, using it to enforce their ideology on our lives. The thing is, it's eminently doable. They've been planning this for years, and we'll be ready to go on day one should Donald Trump be elected. Let's look a little deeper at a section that's been overlooked in the media. Their plan to radically remake our military. If one were to write a credible roadmap to transform our democracy into a dictatorship, this is what it would look like. And a big part of that is to turn the most effective, professional, and nonpartisan fighting machine that the world has ever seen into Trump's MAGA military force. Ready, willing, and able to deploy against our fellow citizens should Trump issue an illegal order. It achieves this goal in 4 steps. First, it corruptly uses the power of the presidency to fire flag officers, generals, admirals, and so on, who they deem not sufficiently loyal to Trump. Second, it stops promoting anyone in the military who doesn't pledge allegiance to their agenda. Third, it obliterates military readiness programs that ensure our diverse forces know how to work together. Fourth, it actively recruits troops who may have been targeted for radicalization by white supremacists. And then, it enables the use of the Insurrection Act to deploy the military inside the country against political opponents, protesters, or just about anyone Donald Trump chooses. That's a lot. So let's walk through it. The first step in creating a military that is loyal to Trump and carries out whatever order Trump gives, legal or not, is to remove all obstacles at the top. That means clearing out generals, admirals, and others who would refuse to carry out illegal orders in accordance with the Constitution. Trump himself has made it clear.
I would fire them. You can't have woke military.
Project 2025 calls troops who follow the Constitution Marxist and says they are Barack Obama's General Officer Corps. Well, I served in uniform for over 30 years, following my father's footsteps, and my family still serves today. I can assure you that there aren't many Marxists in the military. So who are they looking to fire? Anyone who is loyal to the Constitution above all. Once they clear out top ranks, they will only promote MAGA loyalists. They falsely claim that promotions under previous administrations were illegitimate, and that the antidote is to freeze promotions, even if people are in line and qualified, unless they are MAGA loyalists. That clears way for Trump to move his hand-picked people into key military leadership positions in acting roles, sidestepping any Senate confirmation vote. And who might he choose? We're talking about people like disgraced retired Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, who pled guilty to lying to the FBI in a Russian influence case, but was pardoned by Trump.
General Flynn, he's some general, he's some man. He took abuse like nobody could have handled, and he came out bigger, better, stronger than ever before. We love him. He's a leader. And you just stay wealthy and healthy and well and everything. I want you to have great lives in general. You just have to stay healthy because we're bringing you back. We're going to bring you back.
We're talking about retired Brigadier General Don Bolduc, a 2020 election denier who called for abolishing the FBI. Project 2025 then radically changes the culture of service. The report spills a lot of ink falsely arguing that the military spends most of its time on social engineering, Marxist indoctrination, critical race theory, and diversity, equity, and inclusion. It bashes transgender service members and kicks them out of the military. Anyone who has worn the country's uniform knows there is no Marxist indoctrination or social engineering going on. So what are they talking about? They're referring to programs that train our diverse armed forces how to respect each other and work together. This is key to unit cohesion and readiness. It's really a matter of life and death on the battlefield. They would abolish this training in order to remake a diverse fighting force into a political, homogeneous MAGA military. Finally, Project 2025 curiously stresses the need to reward 8,400 troops who were discharged for refusing orders to be vaccinated against COVID during the pandemic. It rewards them with back pay and full restoration of rank to lure them back. Wonder why? Well, far-right conspiracy groups and white nationalists have spent years targeting people who are anti-vaccine to recruit and radicalize. They buried them in anti-government propaganda and MAGA conspiracy theories. These are not people you want to hand a military weapon to and hope for the best. So, how might President Trump use this MAGA military? Well, we don't have to guess. Think back to when he ordered his staff to deploy the military to shoot protesters demanding justice for George Floyd's murder. Just shoot them in the legs, he ordered. Unfortunately, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs and his Secretary of Defense rightfully told him no.
What specifically was he suggesting that the U.S. military should do to these protesters?
He says, can't you just shoot them? Just shoot them in the legs or something. And he's suggesting that that's what we should do, that we should bring in the troops and shoot the protesters.
Donald Trump learned that when people are loyal to the rule of law and the U.S. Constitution, they can stop him. He won't make that mistake again. Project 2025's own architect has warned us that violence may be used against anyone who gets in their way.
We are going to win. We're in the process of taking this country back. We are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
From shooting Americans in the street if they protest, to sending the military door to door looking for immigrants to round up, to putting troops into domestic law enforcement roles akin to martial law, Project 2025 would empower all of Trump's worst instincts. The good news is the choice is in our hands. Your vote this fall makes the difference. And it's not just about the top of the ticket. We need to vote for candidates up and down the ballot who will block Project 2025 from ever becoming our nightmare reality. And we need to talk about it with friends, family, and neighbors. That's how we hold fast to an America where democracy rings free, where the people rule and the elected serve, where the government values our rights and protects our freedoms. And an America that continues to say, if you're willing and able to serve, there is a place for you in our armed forces. A military that still swears an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. It's up to us. Thank you.